Hello everyone, this is Justin Haney and this is my AEP 880 Module 7 case study. We're going to look at the summary of the case. The situation: Mr. and Mrs. Pham don't seem interested in investing in the educational process of their son Joel, despite no apparent barriers. The parties involved is going to be Joel the student, Mr. and Mrs. Pham the parents, Mr. Rolnick the teacher, Mrs. Smith the teacher. The issue is the family's making no effort in school collaboration. Joel wants to have a joint project with a classmate for the science fair, and parental approval is needed. The knowns and ethnicity of the parents in the family is Vietnamese. They are fluent in English. They were raised in the same community, attended the same school. Time and availability is not an issue. The parents do attend conferences, though, so they are at least somewhat interested, seemingly, in Joel's education. What factors might be keeping the Phams from engaging in school activities? It could be their own bad experience of not being welcomed when they attended the school, bad experience with Joel's prior teachers, not wanting to see teachers who were unsupportive of them when they attended, fear that things have not changed since they attended, issues they've had with other parents in the community, possible personal reasons, could be medical, mental health, family issues, etc. There's so many different possibilities and unknowns there. Personally, I've had a few instances where it's difficult to get parental involvement. The issues that I dealt with was previous kids of theirs had gone to our school, and the parents weren't happy with the way a couple situations were handled as they were going through school, and then they kind of disconnected themselves from school and helping out with things. Question 2, how to reach out to parents who've had bad experiences or hostile school environments. You can use the beginning of the year questionnaire, just talking about any things that they may have apprehension of or things that they would like to address. Find out what works for them communication-wise, whether it's phone, text, home visits, etc. Just finding out a way to connect with them. Present the positives. Parents love to hear good things that's going on in class and school. They want to hear how inclusive the school has become, and they want to hear good things that their child is doing. Just brag up on their kids. Parents love to hear all about that. Recognize and apologize for any struggles that they may have experienced with the school in the past, and try to reiterate that the school's changed and times are different, and there's good people involved, and you want them part of their kids' education. Some personal experiences. I've seen families request not to have certain teachers in a couple of the schools I've been in, just from bad experiences that they've actually had with the parents. So kind of the same situation. And the fact that they went to school themselves there, and then they just didn't like having that certain teacher, so they requested not to have them. How to know that this is a barrier? It's very hard to know sometimes. Sometimes seeking staff that knows the family, knows the community. Again, the questionnaire at the beginning of the year can help. Utilizing your support staff, whether it's ELL teachers, counselors, etc., and just finding out any of the possible unknowns that are sometimes very hard to figure out. And then how to avoid. Sometimes they may be unavoidable, just in certain situations and dealing with different people that you never know how somebody's going to react. But all we can do as educators is reach out, kind of send home introductions, welcomings, try to be personal, positive, authentic, and just kind of reiterate the things that you're going to have them do well and have their kids be actively involved in the school, and try to make things positive for the family and for the kids. Question 3, what are some ways parents can be involved and demonstrate interest other than volunteering in school? There could be family projects that are sent home. It could be centered around heritage and family traditions. Participating in conferences could be virtually, could be in person. Showing up for sporting events and supporting their kids in their extracurriculars, whether it's sports, whether it's band, whether it's arts, just different things that their kids are involved in, showing up and being supportive of their kids. Active feedback. and communication with the teacher. So just any type of communication, whether it's email, phone, text, etc. Sorry for the quick interruption. I have a golden doodle here that thinks he needs to play right now. And then participating in parent groups and curriculum development events, whether it's offsite or virtual, but different ways that parents groups can get involved, whether, it could be a cultural parent group that, you have parents that are of the same culture and they're just in support of each other, whether it's developing curriculum to help teachers, just finding different ways and being abstract as you want and finding ways that parents can be involved just outside of school. And again, try to create those relationships and be personable in trying to get those going. Personally, I've had honestly mostly wonderful parent involvement and engagement. The fact that I'm physical education, sometimes parents kind of not necessarily blow off PE, but just think, it's just not a general education class, but just an extra side class, and it's just PE, and they got a good grade, so sometimes I don't need to see them. But most of the involvement I've had is through sports and coaching and just parents stepping up and helping out with things, whether it's hosting banquets, whether it's doing pregame meals, and then just showing up for their kids at the sporting events. And when parents are involved and they show up, I try to go around and personally thank each one of them for showing up and supporting us as a school and supporting their children. So that's all I have for this module, and thank you very much. Have a good day.